In inventory management, the supply chain strategy determines when products should be manufactured, delivered to distribution centers, and make them available in the retail shop. So, this kind of process can be configured using routes and rules. So, routes are the path through which a product goes. So, a route consists of different push and pull rules. So, inventory application can automatically generate transfers following the instructions given by these rules. So, let us see how we can configure routes and rules in Odoo 15. So, for this, from inventory configuration settings, you have to activate the feature multi-step route. So here you can see we have already activated this. So when you enable this, then we can see some pre-configured routes and rules in Odoo, and we can also create custom routes. And along with this, you can see storage locations are enabled. So this allows us to track product location in your warehouse. So after enabling a multi-step routes, here we can view some routes and rules configured in your system. So before going to this in detail, first let me open the warehouse. So from here we can create and view our warehouses. So we have already configured a warehouse, and you can find the warehouse configuration details like the incoming shipments and outgoing shipment. So you can see for receiving products and for delivering products, we can follow different routes. So for both incoming and outgoing shipment, we have three options. So in the case of incoming, you can see we can receive goods directly to our stock, or you can choose it as two-step so that you can receive goods in input location and then move to stock. And we have three-step, so we can receive goods in input location and then we can move products to a quality checking area. After that, the products are moved to stock. And for outgoing shipment, also we can deliver products to customers directly, or we can follow two-step in order to send goods in an output location. And then after that, we can deliver products to customers. And if you choose three-step, then first we have to pack goods in a packing zone. And after that, the packed goods are sent to output location. And after that, it is delivered to customers. And we can also enable resupply for manufacturing, drop shipping, then purchase. So after configuring the warehouse, when you save, according to that, routes will be configured for your warehouse. So when you click on routes, you can find the routes configured for our warehouse. And you can also view this by coming under this configuration. So from here, we can view the pre-configured routes in your system. Like you can view for buy, then for dropship, manufacture, then for reception, then delivery. So in the case of reception, you can see it is done through one step, and for delivery, you can see as we have changed the warehouse configuration, we can view that the delivery is done in two steps, that is pick and then ship. So let us open our delivery and see how this route is configured. You can see the name of this route, and you can see here we can select the places where the route can be selected. So we can make this route selectable on product categories, and then inside product form, product packagings, and then we can set this route as default route for the products inside a warehouse. So here I've already added San Francisco. Then we can make this route selectable inside a sale order line. And after that, here below you can add pull or push rules for your route. So for this delivery, you can see some pull rules are added. So with pull rules, a demand for some products triggers procurements, while push rules are triggered by products arriving in a specific location. That is, we can say that pull rules are used to fulfill a need. For example, if a customer orders a product, order generates a need at the customer location for each product in the order. So as pull rules are triggered by a need, Odoo looks for a pull rule defined on the customer location. And in this case, you can see the pull rule is to transfer products from output location to customer location. So in order to take products from output location, we have to trigger another rule. So again, a need is created in output location and a different rule will be triggered to fulfill it. So here we can see, as we have set the supply method as trigger another rule. So here in this case, this rule will be triggered to satisfy the need in output location. So products will be taken from stock to output location, and then from output location, products are delivered to customers. So you can see both of these are pull rules. That is, whenever there is a need in destination location, products are taken from source location. Then we have other actions like buy. So this is used to purchase products. A request for quotation will be created to fulfill the need, that is to buy product. And then we can see action manufacture. So we can choose operation type manufacturing. So this is used to create manufacturing order. Then we can see push rules. So in the case of push rule, whenever a product arrives at a specific location, it will be moved to another location. Then we have pull and push rule. That is, whenever there is a need in the destination location, a transfer will be done from the source location to fulfill the need. And whenever products arrive in the source location, a transfer will be done to send them in the destination location. So let us create a new route. So let us create a route refrigerate, and we can apply it on products, packagings, warehouses, sale orders. And if you keep this empty, then it can be used for all warehouses. Now let's add rules for this route. And here, let me set the action as push to. And let me set the operation type as internal transfers. So when products arrive in stock, that is our source location, internal transfers are created to send them in refrigerator. So we can do this manually or automatically without adding any step. So first, let's see how this can be done manually. So you can see I have added a push to rule to this route refrigerate. Now after that, let me save this. So whenever products using this route arrives in the source location, that is stock, then it will be moved to the refrigerator. So let us set this route for a product. Here we have product insulin. So here under inventory, you can see that we can activate the route refrigerate for this product. So already you can see buy is enabled so that we can bring products to stock. Now let me enable this refrigerate. Then after that we can save this. Now let us purchase this product. After confirmation, inside the receipt, you can see destination location is stock. Now let's validate this. So products are received in stock. Now here when you open inventory, you can see one internal transfer is created in order to move product from stock to refrigerator. So we have to manually validate this transfer. And we can do this automatically by changing the configuration of the route. So here for the rule, you can set the automatic move as automatic no stop added. So if you create a purchase order or request a quotation, and when you receive the product in stock, here you can see no internal transfers are created. That means we don't want to manually validate the transfer. So here, when you check the product move, so for this product, you can see directly from vendors, products are moved to refrigerator. So no step is added in between. So the source location inside the rule is replaced by vendor's location. Then we can also set this route inside a product category. So here we can see, here we can add route for a product category. And we can set route for packaging. So here if we enable routes, you can create package and set route for the packaging. And we can also choose route from a sale order. Here we have to enable this and then we can choose a route. But make sure that you have activated this feature inside the route configuration. So this is how we configure routes and rules in Odoo 15 in order to automatically generate some transfers.